I just need to get his leg a little bit, navel a little bit. Lovely. That was last night's calf. She was the one I wasn't 100% about. She looked like she was gonna, but she had a sort of like, her back sort of only half. It was only halfway there. Anyway, we like to spray their navel with an antibiotic spray. You can do it with iodine as well if you want. It's drying up nicely, I can see anyway, so not too worried there. But he was born last night. Anyway, we've got one more left. That big calf belongs to a 386. Her leg is going backwards fast. I don't hold a lot of hopes for her, which is a real shame, and I don't know what we'll do with the calf if she doesn't recover. We'll do our best for her. She might have to go on another course of antibiotics, maybe something a bit stronger, strep and pen, something like that. We might have to have the vet back out to her, but I can see her legs more swollen today. It was coming down, but she's been on medication up until today. So anyway, this is the last one. 352. She is going to calve. Her bag's all full up. She's ready to go. She should be in the next day or two. We'll give them about a week to 10 days. We just check their horns. Not many. We haven't done many horns. And if they've got no horns and they don't need to be dehorned, we'll get them tagged up, give them their vaccinations, and they'll head out with the others. They don't need all this shed. We're going to have all this muck out of here. Got 5 down the back. They're going Wednesday, so we've got to bring them up for Wednesday morning when the lorry turns up. Me and Keithy, we had a day, well, not quite a day, we had an afternoon's work in there, putting all the tie rods in that go between the purlins, so the roof is now ready to go back on. So when the old boys come, well, when their schedule frees up, they will come and put the new roof on there for us. Then we've got a little bit of levelling in that shed to do, and it should be a good shed again then. Right, we are over at Peter's farm. This block of hay came right out to pretty much where the grab is. There's a hell of a lot in here. Got some loose bales to clear up. The baler's sat up here at the moment, the round baler. Oh, let's have a little look. Yeah, this whole block of hay came right out to here. Anyway, it's all gone. This is all what we've got left. This is some big Timothy, and yeah, we can't let any more go now because we've got a lot of customers on this, and that's all we got left until we cut some more. So, but some beautiful stuff, real nice stuff. I put that in there and it didn't move, so I must have done something right. The round baler, that'll be coming home soon. We will start getting all the hay machines back, the tedders, the rakes. We'll start going through them one by one, getting a parts list together if they need any parts. Farmer always services the gearboxes in them, changes the oils, basically get them ready for work, because it won't be long before we start cutting anything, as long as weather plays ball and all the rest of it. You know, we're not going to go, it's not like we need to do it this week, but it won't be long. We'll start getting the machines back, looking over the machines, making sure that all the machines are up together. We don't mess about. We service them all properly. Everything gets serviced every year. Everything gets you know, proper parts and all the rest of it. And me and Keithy then, we'll get all these bits and pieces. That's an old hay bomb. They used to do all their hay making with one of those. It turns the hay, and then you can swap it around into a rower as well, so it'll row up the hay as well. And they used to yeah, Linda tells me she used to have a lovely time on that. She said it was tedious. They used to run 2 of them. It's surprising, we might use that in a year where you get some wet straw, and we'll just run it up the rows and just fluff the rows up to get the rows of straw dry. But we've noticed that we can do the same job with a big tedder. I don't know why that sticks around, but it does. Anyway, we'll get up here, we'll blow all this out, we'll get a trailer up here, sweep it out, pick it up. The hay will come home with us, we'll find a place for that. We'll get the barriers back in here, and then when the fields are ready to be harvested, we usually have corn one side and hay the other, or straw or whatever on the year. I can see this year being a bit tricky if we don't get some growth in some of the plants and the crops. in the hay and the straw. I can see, I just can't see there being as much as there was last, well, definitely not as much as last year. This joystick on this teleport, if it's not placed, if you touch it like that, there's a little sensor in there. It revs up the moment you move the joystick, but in its resting place, it should shut the revs down like that. So it sits there revving. I don't know if there's a fix for that. We haven't really, it's not on our top priority to get that fixed. It's just annoying when you're out the cab and it's revving itself. But yeah, farmer's out there spraying. He's putting a foliar feed on the winter wheat at Alistair's, as well as a fungicide to take care of disease. So he's saying that looks quite well up there, so that's good. There might be one more dose of fertilising to go on up there, just to try and push the protein up. That'll be if and when in the next couple of weeks we will be putting that on. Over the next few weeks, we've got yeah, quite a bit of fiddling about to do. We've got a load of we've got to get the rest of the muck out in the yard. We've got to get the sheds washed down and cleaned out, because sometimes we will store corn in some of those sheds. Got to be careful in here. We'll get the fiddly ones out and then we'll get the easy ones after. Yeah, just a load of fiddly jobs coming up over the next few weeks. We won't build this trailer right up, 2 layers, and we'll take that home. So last night we went and sat with a few friends. It was really nice actually for Steve's tractor run. You would have seen some footage of that. If you haven't, have a look at the last video. We were crop walking and filming some of the tractors going by. And then in the afternoon it was quite nice actually. All the tractors came back and had a good chat with everyone, and everyone moaning about the weather as per usual. But it was nice to have a chat with people and have 5 minutes to yeah, talk to some friends and that. So that was rather nice actually. Kids, they had a barbecue going, and the kids all playing nicely, and that was nice actually. Lynn and Andrew went, they actually had a day off, first one this year, and Andrew likes the motorbike, so I think they went up to watch the MotoGP at one of the races. So they had a good day out. And then last night I had a little fiddle about with our GPS system. I just want to make sure that thing is working correctly as it should, and I got that working quite nice. So we can get that installed nicely now and hide the wires, and then I'll show you how to I'll show you how easy it was to install that thing. It was actually very, very simple. Yeah, we've got some more fencing to do. Young Robert will be back. We've got yeah, we've got a load of just loads and loads of little jobs that add up to a lot in the end. So nothing the stuff you guys want to see, the haymaking, the silaging, that won't start for probably 2 to 3 weeks yet. But we've got plenty of preparation works to do before then. So we've got TB tests coming up in 3 weeks. That's yeah, that's a proper day of it. And as well, I am hoping to get to the cereal show. I've been invited by Sri Virkin to come and stand on their stand with them for an hour and talk about their GPS systems with them and stuff like that. So they're going to be there. So if you want some like proper detailed information off them, they will be at that show. And if you're going, go and have a chat with them, because yeah, they know a lot more about it than I ever will. I can tell you how good they are and all the rest of it. Some people think I'm sponsored by them. That is not the case. I'm sort of a, I don't know how you would call it, I'm just sort of a, I don't know, like just a brand friend, I would call it. I can't give them any more than I do, if you know what I mean, time wise. So they wanted me to become a dealer for them. I couldn't do it. I think there are some real nice opportunities out there for somebody who wants to do that, they're looking for dealers, and they're actually bringing out some new kit as well, so we'll get to see that at the show. They've got some, they're bringing out the next version of their steering kits, so that's worth, if you're, if you're actually thinking about buying one of those, just hold the horses for a month, well not a month, 3 weeks. I think they're available now, if I'm honest. I think I saw on their website you can. Right, is it worth sticking that on there? Might get it on there. Yeah, we'll get that on there. Let's strap over that, that'll be alright. No problem. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying one of those, just hold on a second. The new kit is called an F200, and there's just some nice little, it's essentially the same kit, but some nice little upgrades there, so that's worth having a look at, especially if you're in the market for one of those. They're just good systems. Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm going to get this loaded, unloaded at the farm Tuesday morning. I don't know where I put you down yesterday, but you missed out. We went and did a little bit of fencing down Otmore, where the floodplains are. We had a couple of strands of barbed wire down, so we had to go and mend that. That actually took us through to the end of the day, so that wasn't too bad. But today we've got some more fencing to do, some new fencing going up. So we're going to go and do that. Linda and Hayes are on hay delivery, so we've got to get the trucks ready, loaded before they go. Keithy's been, he went and put the trimmer on yesterday. He has to trim under the electric fences. Where the grass grows up, it starts arcing out on the fence. So he spent the day doing that yesterday. So today we're going to go and put some posts out, get some insulators on, and get ready for putting a wire up around another field down at Cull's, where we're going to move the cows onto next. So yeah, it'll be a good day. Pretty good my way.
Right, straight.
Just a tiny bit away.
Go that way, that'll push that way when get it straight for a start. Oh, pretty straight.
Yeah, pretty good. Just come a little bit away. A little bit. Yep.
Very far away, mate, is it?
No. Lovely.
Tidy when it's done, Matt.
Yep. Tying onto there?
We can tie onto that and do them if you want.
Or do you want to go
straight on along?
Bring the wire down with?
Tie onto it, just pull up tight and go round once and one, mate.
Yep, lovely like that. Yeah.
Collar a chain or back chain on it. Yeah, we've got a chain here.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple of inches. Worried about that? Good. Perfect. You're never going to move that again, are you?
Overkill for this, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, tie that up there and we'll go back out and put them on, shall we?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Nice. We're over the bridge on the side of the where the cows are at Cull's. We're the other side of the bridge. We've got a little bit of work to do on the bridge, and we're going to put a fence, this middle parting fence between the fields. We're actually just going to run the line through the back there, so we haven't got to come through the parting fence between the fields, if you know what I mean. There's two fields here with a parting fence in the middle. Anyway, we pull a string line up. It's not completely dead straight, so it's not going to look as pleasing as the other one, but the main of it is that it's got a 2 strand of wire around it. But yeah, we simply pull a strand up, we go either end, pull a string line, and then fill it, and we just use the digger. We use a little marker thing for our height on the posts. Farmer will bring that along with him, and we'll push one in up here somewhere on this bend. Bit easier when it's all straight, but you get the idea. We're just getting ready to put some strands of wire up. Cows need to come in here in the next few weeks because the grass isn't growing. You know, this should be, God, this should be up by my knees, I'd have thought, you know, on a normal year. String. Anyway, the new bull is next door, and when we leave I'll show you the job we've done, and then I'll show you that new bull that came. He's with the cows next in the other field, so we'll have a look at him before we go. We've had a pretty good day. It's been a warm day. We've managed to go all the way around this one where this fence is in the middle. We've just gone straight through, and it'll be treated as one big field then. But yeah, we've got 3/4 of the way around the next field, and we've got to go and get some cows ready for loading in the morning, because they're going off on the lorry tomorrow. But good day, isn't it? Bloody good day.
Nearly all the posts done.
Yeah.
You finished it.
Yeah. Another good day here. We'll be putting wire up, get the insulators on, putting wire up. Farmer's been going around putting these egg insulators on the posts there. Everywhere there's a strainer on a corner, you put the egg insulators on there if you're putting a gate in or anything like that. So yeah, I had enough of the sun today. I'll see if I can show you this bull before we go, but we'll have another couple of days here, and there'll be a wire up round. It just means it's just for security for us, so we haven't got to go chasing animals in the middle of summer when we're combining or anything like that. So one of the groups of cows and calves. There are new boys in here somewhere. I don't want to disturb them or get them up running, but I just want to show you this new boy here. Raider his name is, and he's a South Devon. I think he was 3 years old. There he is. All right, boy. Sat next to one of his girlfriends. Nicely laid quiet. Anyway, yeah, we needed a bull quick. Farmer was able to go and pick him up quick. It was a nice thing, and he wasn't mega money, so it worked pretty nice. Anyway, we'll get a proper look at him when he comes back in, or when we swap bulls. But he's you know, he's just the ticket. It's just what we wanted, so that worked quite nice. It always goes one or two ways. They either come straight out, or they'll give you the runaround for 10 minutes. But they will come out. It'll be noisy. We've got the motorway right beside us. Can't do anything about it. Worst case scenario, we'll go and get another bike, another 2 bikes. Well, they'll come out. They'll go and stand in the shed, and then tomorrow morning the lorry will come pick them up. Now, these are Cull cows, so these are older cows. These are cows that probably didn't calve for 2 years, so there's something wrong with them. Could be that they've got big horrible bags. Could, you know, a lot of different reasons you might cull a cow out. Steady. Anyway, they've had a nice 3 weeks out on the paddocks there. These are the bull paddocks. We mainly use these for when the bull comes in the summer. So, but they've had a nice little spell out there in the nice sunshine. So yeah, tomorrow morning they'll come with a big lorry, pick them up, and this is where the new heifers come in next year. We breed 19 in, so that we can cull out 7 or 8 older ones with bags. Yeah, that's the way it is, same every year. There we go. Cull cows are off, nice and early. We've got to, yes, next few weeks we will start moving some of this. It'll start going into one of those free barns across there. That's then our summer stock in a way. We'll clear all this out of here, ready for new stock coming in. We haven't got to rush about because at the moment there just aren't grass quantities out there. But our hand will soon be forced because of quality reasons and stuff like that, and weather windows. So if you get a good weather window in June, you ought to be making some, because yeah, you don't know when that weather window will return. So yeah, over the next few weeks, hay machines will be coming back, product will be getting moved around, sheds will be getting cleaned out, all these will get cleaned out, everything will get moved around, ready for new stuff coming in. We're going to make a look at this. That's some beautiful stuff. We're back in the field. We've managed to get all our posts in. We use a string line to get because we're on a slight curve, this field isn't completely square, so we use a string line at each end, and then we'll push one in. If it sort of bows in, we'll just push one in the middle, and that keeps you can then have a few posts that are all in a straight line. That two edges there are pretty straight, but this one sort of curves around to the left as it goes. Anyway, we're just putting some insulators on. We've just finished the end here. We didn't want to put the wire right next to the bush because the bush will grow up and then it'll start arcing against the fence. It's a 2-strand fence this, and it's quick and easy. It is a bit of maintenance. Every year you have to come in and put a few posts in, ones that are rotten off. You might have a rail to do here and there, but it's easy fencing, it's quick fencing. So, you know, 2 days. We'll get the rest of these insulators on. Wherever it's pulling from, whichever straight, wherever the wire is pulling from, farmer just wraps egg insulators there, 2 bits of wire, goes round and round, and then the main wire will come off these egg insulators, and that'll be pulling all the way round to the next straining point. So anyway, we're going to put the insulators on. I'll bring you with us when we're putting the wire on. I don't think we'll get to it today. We've got all the insulators to put on now. Because we've got 2 people doing it, we've both got a stick with the same measurement on. So you put it at the base of the stick, one insulator goes there, one goes there, and then they're all exactly the same as you go around them. But yeah, should be job done. We'll finish this today. Got a little bit of work to do on the bridge, and we've got the wire to put round, so we'll bring you along on that one maybe. But thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I've got a hot day in the sun now. This is my side of the field. Farmer's working the other side. We'll meet in the middle, and hopefully by the end of today we will be in position to put the wire up, so I'll be able to show you that next time. But yeah, it's not the you know, it's not, farmer reckons barbed wire fence is more permanent, but it's an easy way of fencing a field quick to get cows in. So, and most of the field is good, you know, like this section here is pretty good, but there's just odd places along that cows will poke their head through, and then they'll get behind it. And you've got to remember, you don't want the cows ever to go behind the wire, so you've got to always rail up so that they can't get behind the wire, because once they're behind the wire, then they're stuck behind the wire, and they'll walk up and down behind the wire. Then that's an even bigger nightmare. So you've got to make sure all the gaps that are covered. But yeah, it's relatively easy. We put them in with a digger. You know, they're not 100% straight. You finish up with them straight, and then he lets go, and they just ping wherever they're going to go. But they're relatively straight. They're good enough to put a wire up anyway. So yeah, it'll be a good job. Somewhere for the cows to come onto next, because obviously grass isn't growing at the moment, and it's a bit worrying. So we wanted this done so they got somewhere to come and graze if they need it. You've got to just bear in mind which side the wire is going to be. And because the wire wants to pull this way, we have to put the insulators on the back. So you just have to look down the line, and the next one's going to be the same, the next one's going to be the same, just while it curves around. So all the insulators are going to be on this side. So you just got to have a look up the line when you're putting insulators on, see which side it is. Otherwise, if it's on this side, it'll hold, but it's constantly wanting to pull that insulator out, and it will just ping them out in the end because of the tension on the wire. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.